As the season is progressing, I am getting fully accustomed to life under Mikel Arteta. I've been given a bedtime. I've been given a personal chef that I have to pay for, and he makes some good-ass food. I haul ass on the treadmill. I make sure to run at least 8 kilometers per day to make sure I'm in tip-top shape. After my run, I eat more good-ass food that's made with love by my personal 5-star chef. And you see him cooking in the kitchen like Karo cooks on the field. And then I take a minute to look at what is being said online about me, whether it be good, whether it be bad. And just before bed, I make sure to watch highlights from the previous matches so I can assess my game. And heading into match week 13 of the Premier League, Arsenal host Wolves. And this is going to be another intense match in the Premier League title race. Karo on the ball, finding Jorginho. Watkins to Rabiot. Rabiot passing it to Jorginho. Karo on the ball, turning it, passing it to Saka. Saka finding Karo. And Karo now passing it back to Saka. Saka finding Karo. Karo left-footed shot. But Hermanson with the save. Rabiot threading it through to Karo. Yang Min Hyuk passing the ball to Denis. Karo. Karo now on the ball with a bit of skill, unable to get the shot off. Saka, a beautiful pass to Karo. Karo managing to keep it in. And now Denis Karo dribbling towards goal. And I'm playing with the defender here, passing it to Watkins. Yang Min Hyuk turning with the ball. Passing it to Karo. Karo in open space, unable to get a good shot. Saka intercepting it, and now Karo on the ball. Karo unable to get it to Rabiot. But Rabiot backheeling it to Karo. Karo with a shot, and Karo putting it into the back of the net. And doing his signature driving celebration. And the Gunners up 1-0 against Wolves. And Gomez to Sarabia. Andre passing the ball to Barnes. Rabiot cutting back, passing it to Watkins. Yang Min Hyuk passing it to Karo. Karo now on the ball. Denis Karo having a shot, and off the post it goes. I was ready to go crazy. And Trossard with a beautiful cross, the former Arsenal man. Ederson kicking it to Karo. Karo trying to make something happen. Passing it to Yang Min Hyuk. Yang Min Hyuk in acres of space. Go on, son. Make a name for yourself. Shit. It happens to the best of us. We're not going to fault him. And with 1 minute left in the match, Saka finding Watkins. Saka to Jorginho, who finds Kiwior. Yang Min Hyuk, beautiful pass, and Denis Karo unable to get to the end of it. And Totti passing the ball to Bueno. And this match has come to an end. The Gunners winning 1-0 and picking up another 3 points in their Premier League title campaign, bringing our total to 35 points, just 2 points behind Man City, who sit at the top. And heading into match week 14 of the Premier League, Arsenal travel to Leicester. And Mbeumo getting us kicked off here. Harry Winks to Skip. Saka with a beautiful interception. Denis Karo on the ball. Karo still on the ball. And now Karo just stripping up a bit, but finding Saka. Saka finding Karo once again. And Karo now dancing past the defense, having a shot and putting it into the back of the net. Nutmegging the keeper in the process. Give me your balls. That is what Karo just said. And Denis Karo putting Arsenal up 1-0 in the 9th minute. Or 8th minute, should I say. And Sutalo to Winks. Winks back to Igor. Skip on the ball to El Canous. And Skip. Back to Bragi. And Karo now on the ball. After some defensive work with Bukayo Saka. And Karo cutting in. And Karo with another left-footed shot, but not as good as the first. Skip. To Igor, who lobs it over, but Saka's there. And Saka finding Watkins, who finds Karo. And now Denis Karo. Working some magic. Still on the ball. Passing the ball to Rabiot. And Rabiot with a shot. And Rabiot putting it into the back of the net. And Arsenal up 2-0 in this match, courtesy of a Rabiot goal. A beautiful goal by Adrien Rabiot. And now the Gunners in full control of this match. El Kanous. Passing the ball to El Fatawu. Fatawu to El Kanous. El Kanous threading it through to Mbueno, who has a great shot but unable to score. Karo turning with the ball. Passing it to Saka. Saka threading it through. Karo cutting in. Brilliant cutting by Karo. Watkins with a shot but unable to score. Karo with an interception. Denis Karo on the ball. Cutting in. Still on the ball. Cutting it back. But Igor's there with the interception. Kiwior's there to collect the clearance from Igor. And now Yang Min Hyuk finds himself with the ball and threads it through to Karo, who dinks it into the back of the nets. And with that, Arsenal now find themselves up 3-0 in this match. In total control of Leicester City. Complete and utter dominance. And the Gunners controlling this match. El Kanous to Skip. Baragi on the ball to Sutalo. And Karo with a brilliant tackle. And Karo able to find Yang Min Hyuk. Yang Min Hyuk passing it to Rabiot. Rabiot on the ball, passing it to Watkins. Yang Min Hyuk finding Karo. Karo with a back heel to Saka, who smashes it into the back of the net. That is beautiful football. Bukayo Saka take a bow. And he's gonna go and hug the man who orchestrated it all. Super Mikel Arteta. And now, with that 4-0 victory, a huge dominating victory, gives us the 3 points and 4 goals to add to our tally. And with that victory, we collect another 3 points, bringing our total to 38 points. But as you can see, we still remain 2 points behind Man City. And heading into match week 15 of the Premier League, Arsenal host West Ham United. And West Ham, another team that always gives Arsenal trouble. And Karo doing great to get the ball. Yang Min Hyuk passing it to Karo. Karo now. A beautiful pass to Saka, who passes it back to Watkins. Watkins to Karo. Karo to Yang Min Hyuk, who buries it into the back of the nets. And puts the Gunners up 1-0. Yang Min Hyuk with another beautiful goal to add to his tally. And the Gunners are going crazy here at the Emirates Stadium. Arsenal up nice and early in this match. Wan-Bissaka with a big kick. And Kiwior doing well to handle it. And Karo, great pass to Watkins. Watkins cutting back, passing it to Karo. Karo, beautiful bit of skill to get past the defense, through on goal, and just smashing the shot into the keeper's foot. And Yang Min Hyuk applying pressure, passing it to Karo. Karo turning with the ball, but unable to get past the defense. Rabiot passing it to Watkins. Watkins to Saka, and Saka to the back of the net. And the Gunners up 2-0 before the 20th minute. And look at Saka, looking happy as hell. And why wouldn't he be? He just scored in back-to-back matches. And the Gunners up 2-0 in this match. West Ham look like they don't have a clue on how to play with the Gunners right now. And Karo passing it to De Vries. Karo able to get the ball now. Saka passing it back to Karo. Karo to Watkins, who turns and passes it to Sago Jr. And Karo now to Saka. And Saka on the ball, having a shot, but Lawrence with the save. Gyökeres to DePaul, who has a long shot, and Ederson deals with it nice and calm. Karo just stopping for a moment and doing a bit of a roulette. And Karo's still on the ball. Karo passing it back to Rabiot and Sago Jr. Passing it to Karo, who has a weak long shot, but Watkins is there to bury the deflection into the back of the net. And Arsenal up 3-0 in this match. A brilliant goal scored by Watkins. Karo with a weak long shot. And Gyökeres to Alvarez. And Balerdi getting ready for this free kick. Kicking it over to Watkins. Watkins settling the ball. Rabiot finding Watkins, who lays it off for Karo. Karo now unable to get past Dino Mavropanos. And Rabiot to Watkins. Sago Jr. on the ball. A brilliant pass to Denis Karo in acres of space. Getting brought down for the penalty. Mavropanos, the former Arsenal man, giving the penalty away. And Denis Karo will step to the spot to take another penalty. And here's Karo lining up for the penalty. Taking his time with this one. And here's Denis Karo just burying it into the left side of the net. Cool, calm, collected. And Denis Karo adding to his tally. More importantly, adding to the tremendous Gunners victory. A 4-0 victory over London rivals West Ham. A team Arsenal always struggle against. Not today, though, as Arsenal pick up the 4-0 victory. But more importantly, we pick up the 3 points, which sees us on a total of 41 points, just 2 points behind Man City, who sit at the top of the Premier League table. And as we head into match week 6 of the league phase of the Europa League, we face off against VIKTORIA PLEZN. And Watkins passing it to Karo, who does a bit of skill moves and passes it right to Yang Min-hyuk. Watkins turning and passing it to Karo. Karo now just taking his time, unable to get the pass off. Yang Min-hyuk with a tackle. Watkins with the shot. Bio with the save. Kiwior finding Rabiot. Yang Min-hyuk with a brilliant pass to Karo. And now Denis Karo evaluating his options. His options are to go to goal. Watkins heading it to Rabiot. Rabiot with a shot and Rabiot with a goal. And the Gunners up 1-0 in the 9th minute. And the Gunners maintaining their dominance in the Europa League with a nice early goal against VIKTORIA PLEZN. And I'm still in disbelief at how we had a drop off last season. Of course, I wasn't there. Yang Min-hyuk clearing it out. Karo on the other end. Karo somehow finding the ball. And now Karo in acres of space down the left side of the field. Cutting in towards goal. Karo on the ball. Having a shot, but Bayer with an easy save. Karo with a shit shot, I gotta be honest. And Sulk losing the ball. Konate passing it to Rabiot. Yang Min-hyuk passing it to Watkins. Karo now on the ball. Denis Karo still on the ball. Taking a touch, cutting in, laying it off for Bukayo Saka, and Saka having a shot and putting it into the back of the net. Smashing it into the goal. And Arsenal up 2-0 in this match. And Calvachi to Soirée. Soirée passing it to Blanchard. Ricardinho with a shot, but Konate with a block. Ederson throwing it to Karo. And now Karo able to get past the defenders. Watkins back to Karo. And now Karo in acres of space. Saka to Watkins to Karo. This is football. And Denis Karo trying to chip the keeper. And it's bouncing. And it bounces into the net. And I'm not sure who scored it. I'm looking. Is it me? Is it Rabiot? Who the hell scored that goal? They're giving it to me. Ha ha. A brilliant goal scored by Denis Karo, able to chip the keeper. And it absolutely was given to Karo, which means we just chipped the keeper and put him on a poster. A brilliant third goal scored by Karo. Arsenal up 3-0, and we will get the 3-0 victory. And with that 3-0 victory, we find ourselves maintaining the lead at the top of the Europa League table with a total of 16 points and a damn near perfect record with 5 wins, 1 draw, and 0 losses. And as we shift our focus to the Premier League, we look to match week 16 where we face off against Southampton. And Southampton, another one of those teams that Arsenal struggle against. And Fernandez on the ball to Malacia. Charles to Fernandez. Saka on the ball. Bukayo Saka still on the ball. Cutting it back, passing it to Karo. Karo crossing it over. Yang Min-hyuk with the header, but Lumley with the save. Saka cutting back, passing it to Partey. Karo able to get the ball. A brilliant pass by Karo to Watkins. And Watkins now sending Karo through, and Karo's gonna try to chip it. And unable to chip it, but Bukayo Saka is there to hit the rebound into the back of the net. And Arsenal up 1-0 in the 27th minute. Saka there to get the rebound and smash it into the back of the net. Yang Min-hyuk passing it to Karo. Karo to Watkins. Ollie Watkins turning with the ball. Still on the ball. Yang Min-hyuk passing it to Rabiot, who lays it off for Watkins. And they're giving Watkins space. And he's going to take the space and get himself a goal. Ollie Watkins scoring in the 37th minute of the match. And Arsenal in control with a 2-0 lead. And Charles passing it to Fernandez. Charles on the ball. Passing it to Archer. Fernandez. Passing the ball to Gorosito. Gorosito with a back heel to Fernandez. And Gorosito now heading towards goal. And he's going to take a shot but is unable to score. And Brereton Diaz on the ball. Passing it to Archer. Archer heading towards goal. Getting stopped by Saliba. And Diaz on the ball now. But he is heading the wrong way. And this match comes to an end. And Arsenal pick up a 2-0 victory over Southampton. A very important victory for Arsenal. And with that victory, we find ourselves still in second place in the Premier League. 2 points behind Man City, who sit at the top with 46 points. We have 44 points and a record of 14 wins, 2 draws, and 0 losses. And as we turn our attention to the Carabao Cup, you can see here we've been drawn to play against Chelsea in the quarter-final. And as we get ready for this intense London Derby quarter-final, we know that we need to put all our focus into this match because Chelsea are never an easy match. Unless you got Mikel Arteta as your coach. Yang Min-hyuk right to Gusto. Gusto passing it to Palmer. Dybala backheeling it to Gusto. And now Gusto back to Dybala. And Dybala on the ball. Turning. Passing it to David. And David smashing it at Ederson. Dybala to Mudryk. And Mihailo Mudryk with a shot, but going wide. Mudryk unable to get the pass off. But Dybala muscling Konate off the ball. And David heading towards goal. David having a shot. Watkins. Cole Palmer to Gusto. Gusto taking a touch. Paulo Dybala on the ball. Paulo Dybala still on the ball. Passing to Cole Palmer. Cole Palmer cutting in. Having a shot, but wide it goes. Holy shit. DiMarco to David. Mihailo Mudryk with a touch to Dybala. And Dybala smashing it wide of the post. Karo to Rabiot. Rabiot to Denis Karo. Karo on the ball. Passing it to Yang Min-hyuk. Yang Min-hyuk to Karo, but Karo loses it. Watkins passing it to Karo. Karo having a shot, but Oblak with a great save. That bastard. Arnau to Konate. Karo on the ball. Passing it to Saka. Saka to Karo. Karo now getting past Lavia, but Lavia brings him down. And that's going to be a red card for Lavia. We played 2 matches against Chelsea this season. And they've had red cards in both those matches. And as you can see here, Karo and Lavia getting right into it. Dybala passing it to Odegaard. Martin Odegaard to Dybala. Paulo Dybala to Martin Odegaard. Odegaard is cooking here. And Odegaard threading it through to Dybala. Dybala has some space. And Dybala still on the ball to David. But Palmer unable to get it. Gusto with a big pass to David. David turning. Passing to DeMarco. DeMarco cooking Karo and sending the ball through to Cole Palmer. And Cole Palmer through on goal. Smashes it into the back of the net. And the Chelsea fans are going crazy because they just knocked us out of the Carabao Cup with a man down. Utter embarrassment for Arsenal. Leon to Watkins. And with just seconds left in this match, utter disappointment at the Gunners camp as we have just fallen out of the Carabao Cup courtesy of London rivals Chelsea. And I gotta admit, I had a shocking performance today. I didn't do shit with the ball. And as you can see, we've been eliminated from the Carabao Cup. We can only watch as spectators as Chelsea face off against Villa. Meanwhile, Wolves face off against Blackburn Rovers. And after today's episode, we find ourselves remaining in second place in the Premier League title race with a total of 44 points, sitting second behind Man City, who sit at the top of the Premier League with 46 points. A very intense title race brewing here, and it just so happens that next episode will begin with a match against Man City, a top-of-the-table clash before the end of the first half of the season. And that is where we will end today's episode. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video. Please be sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe to the channel if you have not already. This has been Dennis from Climbing Wall Gaming. Make sure to have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you later.